Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Oh, this place is wide open.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Staircase. Up we go. If a monster pops up in here, I pretty much don't have any place to hide. It's you. This is what I think of you, Alexander. Ha ha ha! Please don't let there be a monster popping up. Huh. String. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps taken are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture about to apply, then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself onto greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. This is a little bit too detailed for my taste. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to bruise the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it's likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. What's that, all that rustling? Huh, another one of those. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan perched on a dark mountain top. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't remember how, I shall perish. That's actually a bit sad. If you think about it, he kind of tried to avoid having to kill humans. First he tried to sympathize a solution, then he tried with animals. It was only with humans he could do this. But that still doesn't forgive him for putting me into this nasty situation. Okay, there's a bunch of doors here. Let's... kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysteria as the men contemplated their next step. So basically you hoist... Ah! If I remember Agrippa right, there should be... Ah! Piece of orb. What does this do then? Huh?
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Only that we are the greater monsters. Ha 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 ha!
No, please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
What's this then? The arsonist kept crying as he slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. It had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. It could make him forget again. So, you basically sit on this thing? On and up. We humans are a bit too good in torture, or a bit too good in inflicting pain to one another. Okay, I only have one room left.